How safe and secure is your personal mail after you drop it into those blue mailboxes outside the post office? A South Florida woman says, don't you do it.
Local 10 News has learned scammers are actually going fishing in those boxes, pulling out your mail with your personal information. Tonight, our investigator Jeff Weinseer has what you need to know before you mail that next letter or bill.
Cocktail s'mores and partying outdoors. We hope you can join us to surprise Linda.
Tracy Cohen mailed out 20 invitations to a surprise party for a friend, but to her surprise, no one got them.
I had a couple of friends who actually texted me that they thought they weren't invited to the party and were giving me a little grief.
Cohen placed the cards in the collection box outside the Coral Springs post office at 88th and Atlantic.
I didn't want to put them in my mailbox at home because I was concerned that, there is not a lot of security on that mailbox, so I specifically drove to the post office to drop them off. But there was nothing indicating that there was any problem with the mailbox at all.
But there was a serious problem. It seems scammers got to her invites. You see, when Cohen went back to the same post office a month later to mail something else, she noticed the drop boxes were gone. Inside, a postal employee said they had been tampered with.
We do have reports of it happening in both counties, in Miami-Dade and Broward County.
Postal Inspector Vlad Rojo showed us the homemade contraptions used by the bad guys to steal your mail. This is a weight attached to a rope with duct tape facing out.
They'll drop it into the collection box with the goal of having the mail stick to the tape, and then they can pull it back out. And now they have your outgoing mail.
That's not all. Another scammer used a pillowcase, some tape, and a hanger. He placed his homemade device here at the mouth of the mailbox.
Customers couldn't see it, and they were dropping their mail, and of course it would just go into the sack, and then he'd be able to pull it out.
Rojo says thieves are getting their hands on checks, personal information. Think of all the things you may mail out with sensitive information that could lead to identity theft.
They're counterfeiting checks or washing checks and using them for financial gain.
Is it safe to put mail in a collection box?
It is safe to put mail in a collection box, but like everything else, we have to make adjustments.
Rojo says never place mail in a collection box at night, after hours, on a holiday or a weekend where it won't be picked up and it will sit here.
If you see something that looks very suspicious, someone hanging around a collection box, a car parked for a long time with the person doing a lot of movement into the collection box, try to get a license plate, try to get a vehicle description, and report it to us.
As for Cohen, she is now going to take that extra time to park her car and walk into the post office.
No, I definitely won't use a collection box again. I mean, this was a very valuable lesson to learn, and luckily it was just a party invitation and not anything valuable like a check.
In Coral Springs, Jeff Weinseer, Local 10 News.
And do know these crimes are investigated. It's a federal crime. Postal inspectors say since 2013, 6 arrests have been made in South Florida, and prison sentences range as high as 8 years.